there's always of a wound or a crease that has like almost breaking out into a wound. And her dad was a chemist, and just little bit by little bit, her she's been getting into the oils. And I said, what do you think if I just put 5 frankincense, lavender, and tea tree in the powder and shake it and just use that and see what happens? And we did. And all those wounds that went away, and the little hint of wounds went away, and it's been beautiful.
That is awesome. You put the oils in the powder and then mix it
and then shake it.
Wow, that is awesome.
And it's medicated.
I love that.
It's medicated powder too. So
wow. Okay.
Whatever oils in it, it's not. Yeah.
Super cool. All right, Patty, what did you want to share?
Okay. So I don't know if you can read this. This is from the newspaper in the New Orleans Times-Picayune States Item, right?
Okay.
See it? See the girl smelling?
Oh, okay.
It says sniff around, and it's about using essential oils to reverse the loss of smell for children who've suffered from COVID-19 and adults. I kid you not. Okay, can everybody hear me clearly?
Yes, I need a copy of that. So, wow.
Okay, so the article starts out like this: orange, eucalyptus, lavender, peppermint. These are the kinds of scents doctors are using to treat children who've lost their sense of smell due to COVID-19. And this is coming, I want you to see if you can read that, from Kaiser Permanente. It's coming from a major health organization, hospital organization,
cool.
Kaiser Health News. And they literally, so that's the first page. And then they go in to the second page right down here. And I will be happy to scan this for you.
Please do scan it and send it. And then I'll probably put it in a newsletter.
They do not mention any brand names.
Yeah.
So, but they're talking about, they're doctors, head of otolaryngology, head and neck surgery at Seattle Children's Hospital is doing it. Dr. Yolanda something at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine is doing it. Y'all, this is big. This is big.
I love it.
So
I love it.
Some people who have fought off and survived COVID-19 months later are still suffering from a loss of sense of smell.
Yeah.
And the idea is they give them a variety of essential oils, and it's specifically essential oils to smell twice a day.
Wow.
And it's bringing their sense of smell back. Now, they gave the adults clove in addition to the frankincense and the orange and the eucalyptus. They didn't give the children the clove because they're too young to have a sense memory for clove smell for the spice, but adults get it. So this is good stuff.
That is awesome. Please share a copy with me. That is super cool. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
Right. Lee, I would love for you to unmute and tell us what you learned from Justin today. If you're able. She put something in the chat and it sounds really cool. She said in the chat, on the webinar today, Justin told us what is working for lots of people, and she is getting the respiratory wellness kit for the next 3 months. So it sounds like what's in the respiratory. So the new program with doTERRA with wellness kits is they take an ailment, respiratory or digestive issues, and they make 3 months worth of, here's some things to use. The next month, this will come to use for that same ailment. And the third month, another thing will come. So now they've spread it from digestion and respiratory and pain to an emotional one. Is that what the other ones are? And there's one more, if anybody can remember, but I'd love to know. Anyway, it's a very cool program if you have an interest in the wellness kits. Justin is the very first person in doTERRA, which means we are all under him. So he enrolled some people and they enrolled some people, and then so we call him the master distributor, and he knows the oils. His name's Justin Harrison, and he is such an entertaining guy to learn from and very knowledgeable, and really knows his stuff. He does classes in Dallas once in a while, and he's also he also happens to have 9 children, and they're all boys. If you can imagine. So it's all good. All right. Okay. We're so thankful that you're all here. And I guess I'm introducing myself tonight because I'm talking, unless somebody else has an oil story they want to share. Anybody else have something they want to share? Okay. So we are going to talk about some interesting things today, and we're going to talk about raising your vibration. Now, if you were on the call a little bit earlier, about 5 minutes ago, I was playing a song, and for me, it's an upbeat song that I know, got me excited. I was excited to share it with you, and it gets me feeling up. And does music do that for anybody else, depending on the song, right? So it can just get you feeling up. And as we talk about frequency, we're going to be talking about that. Oh, thank you. Sleep was the other one, Patty. Thank you. The other wellness kit. As we talk about vibration in our bodies and lots of things, it's going to be so cool. We're really trying to raise how we feel. We're wanting to raise how we feel. We're wanting to feel healthier. We're wanting to feel happier. We're wanting to feel up, even when things go wrong. And that's just part of everybody's life, just what we're all going through. So I'm going to share the screen with you, and I'm going to show you a little bit of a video. We're going to go back to this 3 times tonight. And some of you may have seen this before. This is salt being put on a vibration plate, and they are raising the vibration. It's pretty cool, isn't it, Patty? Patty probably understands the science behind this, but I just look at it and go, oh, cute design. Oh, it changes when the frequency goes higher. Isn't that interesting? I think it's so interesting that it doesn't turn into anything and then it turns into something. Pretty cool. Okay, we're going to come back to that in a minute. So as we talk about frequency, and our bodies are having a frequency, and everything on the planet having a frequency, the vibration plays a pivotal role in our daily lives. Words have vibration. Thoughts have vibration. Hurtful words are a lower vibration, and higher vibration comes from inspiring words. Isn't that interesting? You hear something inspirational and something, you know, you can do this or something, your whole vibration, your whole body can change because of that. I thought this was interesting as I was finding some things to say, to share with you. Watching reality TV is much lower vibration than gardening, is an example somebody said. And I thought, I love watching My Amazing Race. That's good reality TV. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Every emotion we feel has a unique vibration level. So if everything vibrates, it stands to reason that we as humans have the power to build or raise or maintain our vibration, right? But those are the choices we make every day. And activities such as meditation and laughter, connecting with the loved ones that live in your house, exercise, all those things will benefit you in wonderful ways. So tonight I went to exercise, and I'm sorry, I'm always talking about the grandkids that have now moved in under my roof for a short term. My son got a job this week, by the way. Woohoo! With benefits, fantastic job. It's awesome. But now it's impossible to buy a house here in Texas. So who knows how long they'll be with me. But so I'm going to exercise on my machine, and one by one, 2 little grandkids come up to sit by me. Then the baby starts to cry, and their mom's fixing dinner. So I go and I get the baby, and I lay the baby on me, and I keep trying to exercise while the other 2 are right beside me, wanting to get on me too. And I thought, okay, that exercise routine did not raise my vibration, but it did raise my vibration to spend time with those sweet children. And so there's different ways, different things that we're looking at that will help us. An attitude of gratitude will help raise our vibration. So according to researchers of vibration frequency, the human body is 62 to 72 when you're healthy. So I am not a sciencey person, so I'm going to try not to sound too not smart as I say these things. It drops to 57 to 60 megahertz if you have a cold or a flu. So your vibration is normally here if you're healthy, drops down a little bit if you have a cold or flu. If cancer appears, your vibration in your body could go as low as 42. And the death process starts at 25. I thought that was so interesting because I have an 89-year-old mom, and she is so slowed down. I mean, she used to be like me, do, list, go. It's why I can't even sit still, because she never sat still. And here she is in the last couple of years, slowing down so much that she does next to nothing. And I mean, we're lucky if she gets off the couch to go to the bathroom, and she likes to sleep on the couch, and she gets back on the couch, and the next time you see her, she's asleep, and the next time she's still asleep, and she probably sleeps 18 hours a day, if not more. And I'm thinking, oh my word, her vibration is probably lowering. She is probably getting very close to, being that between 25 and 42, just slowing down. And that's why we can raise our vibration with movement. And the doctor even told her, I took her to the doctor because her feet have been swelling. And he said, best thing you could do is get moving. And so she says, okay, I will. Every day I'm going to walk up and down the hallway. But she doesn't do it. She doesn't even walk up and down the hallway. So it's really quite sad to see her frequency and herself go so low. Okay. A hamburger is dead food and has close to zero vibration. I thought that was really sad. I like a good hamburger. But of course, living greens and healthy things to eat may have a frequency as high as 70 megahertz. So when you think of the foods we eat as having a vibration and doing your body good or not doing your body good, that's the difference. There's some foods with no vibration and no frequency, and others that give you very high. And okay, I'm looking at all your comments. You guys just keep that going. I'm sorry, I'm not following all the comments while I'm teaching, but keep answering their questions. Good job, people. Okay, researchers in Washington say vibration frequency of essential oils are the highest of any natural substance known to man. How cool is that? So we're going to talk about oils for just a minute, and then I have a lot of other great information to give you. Through inhalation and topical application of pure essential oils, you can raise the vibratory quality of an individual. So first one I'm going to talk about, I'm only going to talk about a few, but rose oil is literally the highest frequency, 320 megahertz. That is phenomenal. Now, I know our rose oil is very expensive. It is only a 5 ml. It takes 10,000 petals of fresh roses to make that 5 ml bottle. And somebody help me. I think it costs $275. Is that what it is? It's a crazy amount. And I did finally get it, but I bought it with points. I saved my points and points and points from my monthly order. However, you can get it in this roll-on, and the roll-on, I don't know how many drops of rose they put in it and fill it with fractionated coconut oil. Oh, you can't unmute. You know what? I was probably, when I was having problems earlier, I probably clicked a button. There we go. Now you can unmute and talk. Thank you. Did you have something you wanted to say, Lee, or would you? Yes.
No, I had just tried to say that when you were
I'm
asking.
sorry. No wonder everybody was so quiet. That's my fault for trying to play that
Just
music at
hoping
the
that if
beginning.
anybody has a question, they can
Thank
ask it.
you. So at the beginning, I was playing a song and then I messed up my sound. So thank you for getting that straight, figured out. So does anybody know how much this rose roll-on is? I forgot to look it up before we started. Somebody can look it up for us and let us know. So I know it's a lot cheaper than $275 for a 5 mil, but rose was always my favorite. And I had a Avon perfume of rose growing up. And so when I smell this, I mean, it's so much better than the Avon perfume, which I'm sure had other things in it. $70. Thank you, Patty. So it's $70 for the rose roll-on. Mine is almost gone. And the reason mine's almost gone is because Joe had a bad bout with poison oak recently. And he just got one scrape on his arm, but it literally blossomed out to his whole arm, down here on the back of his hand, up the other arm, and down his leg. It just kept going and going until Sherry said, start using rose. It's going to be the best help you can get. And so he's been putting this just on the bottoms of his feet. And literally from the day he started doing that, it started getting better. And I think it only took about 3 days before we went marked difference. And I credit the frequency of the rose to help him
And
out.
he went to the doctor first.
He did. But you know what? I was out of town when it happened. And so bless his heart, he did look it up and try to do what the book said, but he also was putting the oils on and pushing it around, which I
Correctly.
think helps spread it
Yeah.
instead of spraying it. Had I been home, I would have had him spray it. So anyway, lavender is 118 megahertz. Lavender to me is the go-to oil that not any of you should be without. And literally by the time you go bug bites, scratches, itching, calming, sleep, pain, swelling, it just keeps going. Lavender is one of those oils that can help with so many things. And now that I see that it's one of the highest in frequency, 118, that's fantastic to know. And it gives us lots of help with our vibration. Sandalwood, 96 megahertz. That's not a very common one, but boy, high megahertz. And you can really get some benefit from sandalwood. Okay, we're going to talk about self-care. And in that video demonstration, I want you to see something very interesting. We're going to go back to it for just a minute. I'm going to go to 3:15. It just keeps getting more and more interesting in what the designs become. So for those, there's a few that joined us. This is salt on a vibration machine, and they keep raising the frequency, and the salt naturally goes into patterns.
60. 32, 40.
Okay, I want to know if anybody notices anything as the vibration gets higher and higher. I think Tammy was with me when I first saw this. I don't know if you remember Tammy. Oh, she's not here with us anymore. Oh, yes, she is. She's got her picture on. Good for you. Did anybody notice anything? Maybe
Yeah.
from the earlier designs to the later? What?
What Becky said, they get more complicated as the hertz go
Thank
up.
you. Yes, Becky. The patterns become more complex. Isn't that
And
interesting?
there's a transition period of chaos
Yes.
between one settled pattern and another settled pattern.
And I love
It's
that.
not an immediate effect, it's a transition.
Okay. So
The
what
higher the
love-
frequency, the longer it takes to reorder the salt
Transition.
into
Okay.
the complex
So
pattern.
what I love about that, and I'm somebody that really, oh, thank you for that list. Look in the chat, guys. Lee put megahertz of many of the oils. What I love about that example is this. We are always trying to do better in life. At least I would hope that you are, right? We're all trying to do better, whether it's in a relationship or a school or a job or a test or a relationship with, you know, God, whatever it is. I think we're all trying to do better every day. So if we are, we want our frequency to raise so that we can do better, so that we can feel better, so that we can accomplish more. We want to raise ourselves to that. But what happens when we're trying to make a change in our life and get to a certain point that's better and better? And I had it explained to me by Kirk Duncan. It was so amazing. Tammy, you probably remember this, the come aparts. He calls it the come apart that Patty was talking about. So if you have this come apart when you're trying to better yourself, just expect it to happen, people. It's going to happen. If you're trying to do better, it's probably going to get harder before it gets easier to get better. That little come apart when the vibration is saying, I'm trying to get better. It gets a little chaotic, and then you settle into doing better. And then you raise the frequency again, and it gets a little crazy. And okay, what I love about that is so many times in my life, I've been trying to do better and raise my vibration and raise myself. And all of a sudden, I think, my life is chaotic. This is okay. This wasn't the right direction for me to go. Stop. I'm going to change. I'll go back to where I was. I'm good. That is what I think I've done my whole life. It's like trying to raise, trying to break through, trying to do better, and having that little bit of chaos going on and not being able to rise above it because you think you're going in the wrong direction. So be ready for what's called the come apart time and realize there's going to be a little bit of chaos as you're trying to raise your vibration and as you're trying to do better. So if you live your life at a lower vibration, your capacity is far less. You may only be able to manage order in 1 or 2 areas in your life. Anything beyond that is way too much. So now we're going to talk about some ways that you can gain that. But first, I'm going to show you one more thing on the video because you guys brought it up. You said that things get more detailed the higher it goes. So we're going to go up to 6 minutes. And have you seen this, hon? I'm teaching, but there's salt on a vibration plate.
55.93.
It's pretty cool because the designs, the higher the frequency gets, the salt, so there's the come apart, goes into an even more detailed design.
63.
Okay, we're going to watch one more. Here comes the
58.16.
there's such interesting shapes.
59.07.
Oh, my husband walked through the room. Oh, I can explain that to you. Bless his heart. I don't want to have it explained right now. Thanks.
So I have to tell you,
Thank you.
the
Yes, Patty.
more symmetrical the designs, the more mathematically symmetrical the number is.
Ooh, that's
So if it's
interesting.
a square or a square, if it has a square root or if it has a cube root or something like that, you'll find that the design itself is more symmetrical. You
Oh,
have some designs at some frequencies that have the upper half of it is different than the lower half, or the 2 sides are not exactly the same as the bottom. That's a mathematical frequency.
yes. Okay, what I love about that is that made sense to me. Woo! That made really good sense. Good job, Patty. So what this did to me the first time I heard it, I realized that when I'm trying to do better and I'm trying to raise my vibration, somehow, and I say this very lightly, but I'm so serious about it, somehow I am able to do more. I am able to take all those little pockets, and this is what the visual picture does for me. I create more and more pockets that I can fill, more and more things I can do because I have raised my vibration. So think of those designs that are being made as just more ways that you can accomplish things. So again, back to these grandkids living under my roof. I'm going a little nuts, people. I'm really going a little nuts. These 4-year-old and 2-year-old, they're like little shadows on either side of me. I can't do a thing. If I exit my bedroom door, they are right there. Grandma, and they want to be picked up. And are we going to do a project? Are we going to? I'm just like, there is just no time. And then I realized yesterday and today, I had 2 really busy days that I was like this. boom. In my room, get something done. Out of the room, play with the kids. In my room, get something done. Out of the room, play with the kids. And I started to think of this lesson I was going to teach you, and I was going, I have raised my vibration. I am just getting plenty done, and I'm giving them the time and love that they deserve. Does that make sense? Isn't that cool? I am raising my vibration, got through that come apart, and getting to where I have more pockets of creative design that I can actually accomplish things. So very good example. Very cool. Okay, so how are we going to maintain this consistently high vibration? We get to choose our words. We get to choose what we say, what we listen to, what we watch. We get to choose our thoughts and our activities. What we see, say, and feel directly influences your vibration. You must consciously create your life so it is moving towards joy. So Kirk Duncan, and I don't mention him a lot, but today I am. And Pat and Tammy's here. It's so fun. I met Tammy at one of his classes a long time ago. So it's kind of fun. So Kirk Duncan took 2 bottles of cooked rice, same pot, cooked some rice. And he put cooked rice in both those canning jars. I'm a canner, so just those glass mason jars. Okay. And he closed the lids, same time, same stuff. And he wrote 2 words on a piece of tape on each one. He didn't even say the words. He just wrote love and he wrote hate. And he put those 2 jars under his desk, way under his desk, and pulled them out. I don't know what he said, 4 weeks, 6 weeks later. The one that said love on it looked pretty normal, a little brown. And the one that said hate on it looked awful. If you want to see it, and I should have found that video, you could Google YouTube Kirk Duncan rice, and I bet you'd find it.
There was no brown. There was no brown.
In the love one?
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is crazy to think that just a word on a piece of tape could change the vibration. I just think it's pretty amazing. So our words matter. What we say matters. What we think matters. And we just have to move forward. So the way we're going to do that, change is not always smooth. Remember, we got that come apart. You get to, just like in the patterns of salt, raise before you ensue higher vibration. Any change in your life can cause some momentary disruption. So Becky put in the chat, could that be considered a healing crisis? Definitely. Definitely, because we have to heal from being sick, or we have to heal from a broken heart, or we have to, anything that we have to heal from, we're getting through a crisis and we're trying to move forward. So don't be surprised when you attempt to upgrade and things get chaotic. This is very natural. Press forward until you settle into your new intricate pattern. And then suggestions. It said to take a break from social media, or because that might lower your vibration, and go outside for a walk, something that will raise your vibration. And deep breathing. Oh my goodness, this is the coolest thing to teach you guys. And maybe I've mentioned it before, I don't know if I have, but I've recently found the Starfish Breathing technique. It's great for little kids, but it's been really good for me too. So you just take a deep breath and you let it out, and you take a deep breath and you let it out, and you just go really slowly. But you do it 5 times, and this works so great for my 2, 3, and 4-year-old grandkids here right now. If I pull out my hand, sometimes they're in too bad of a mood. They're like, no, no, no. But sometimes they just stare, and then they'll start breathing really deep. Well, it's really good for me too. If I'm really upset about something, I'm like, okay, I just need to slow down. And by the time I've done it 5 times and deep breaths and slow down, I'm able to think clearer. I'm able to move forward. So I would say that breathing has become a huge part of my life. I breathe at night when I go to sleep. My husband probably thinks I'm hyperventilating, but as soon as I lay down, I start taking really deep, slow breaths. And the next thing I know, I'm asleep. It really does calm me. So it's free. You can use it at any time. Deep breathing, great way. Relax your muscles. A lot of things that we do in meditation, process negative emotions and stabilize your heart rate. And that's going to bring a lot of energy to you. They also suggested breathing with your eyes closed and deep breathing through your nose. On an inhale, pick a word or an emotion that you desire, love and disgust. Breathe in the positive words, breathe out the negative words, and let them go. It's very beneficial. Okay, so another few things you could do with the help of the oils is take some of the oils that Lee put in the chat that are very high frequency, and you can put them in your diffuser. You can put them in your skincare. You can put them in any of the, in the deep blue rub, in the skin, you can add oils to anything you want. There's already oils in many of them, and probably most of them, but it's very, very good to keep some of these high frequency oils in your life and on your body at all time. And I've got a couple recipes for you too. So, and of course, doTERRA's oils are 100% and pure and therapeutic. I was at the store today and I turned to the right and there was essential oils and I just had to look. Sorry. So I picked it up and it said, as John was talking about now ones earlier, I picked it up and it said therapeutic grade 100%. And so I picked it up and turned it around. And this one actually said to put on your skin. And most everyone at a store that I've ever seen says, don't put on your skin, don't take internally. But this one actually said to put it on your skin with a fractionated coconut oil. So I thought that was interesting. Maybe there's some out there that are trying to get purer and better, but we know with doTERRA that we really have the best. So some of the most powerful oils listed here that, golly, I think Lee put almost everyone there that I had listed here. I have patchouli on the list and cedarwood on my list. So it's a great list of good oils for you. Now I'm going to share my screen so that you can take a picture of a couple of recipes. These recipes are vibration diffuser blend, and let's see, maybe I can make that a little bit bigger. Can I zoom it? Zoom. Do you get to decide? Ooh, there we go. Is that going to be too big? Ah, there we go. That makes it a little bit bigger. Can y'all see it? Ah, where'd you go? Okay, we are done with this. So I'm going out of this. There we go. Can you see that okay? That's a vibration diffuser blend using very high vibration oils, just a few drops of each one, and similar one that could be a vibration roller if you just want to up your vibration. And I would try putting it together. Geranium's not my favorite, and jasmine a lot of us don't have because it's another very high vibration oil that's expensive. But geranium, I have found when I mix it with other things, I can handle it great. Everybody's a little bit different, but geranium is not my go-to. But I have smelled it with other things and said, oh my goodness, I love that. So I would take a picture of this and try with a couple of those vibration diffuser blend and the vibration roller. I think that's the easiest way to do that. Here, maybe I can do this, copy, stop share, and put it in the chat. Did it, I think. There it goes. Now you got it there in case you still need it. Okay. Your vibration is a fancy way of describing your overall state of being. Everything in the universe is made up of energy vibrating at different frequencies. And it's interesting because they talk about the chair, the table, your cup, everything has a vibration. And I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought that inanimate objects don't have a vibration. And so it says scientific and metaphysical perspectives is we are a being, that is made up of different energy levels, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And each of these levels has a vibrational frequency, which combine to create your overall vibration of being. So all vibration operates at a high and low frequency, and your vibration is low, it will be evident, and you need to work to rectify it. When your vibration is high, you have a beautiful sense of, just realized somebody's been trying to get in, sorry about that. Beautiful sense of living in the flow, inspiring people into life, and jumping out of bed with optimism. Now that's not always the case. We don't always get to just feel wonderful and wake up happy and wonderful, but sometimes we do, and we can do it better if we use the oils and make the choices that will help us be high vibration. Gratitude journals. What are some other things you do? I would love, you could put it in the chat or you could say it out loud. What are some things you do to raise your vibration and to make you feel good?
I go in nature. I really do. I go by a big body of water. So we have Brushy Creek Lake over here, and I sit on a tree stump. So I get both the tree and the water. And there's just something about it. It just fills me right on up. Like zzz, like I get charged right away. And then I just have a spring in my step when I get home.
Super high vibration. I love it. Anyone else? We got Patty saying she loves to learn something new, and Laura loves to garden. Oh, love that. And hug someone. Patty, I love that. Diane, listen to your favorite music. Yes, yes. I just really enjoy music too. It depends on the music though, because I'm not a rock person, and you put rock music on and I can be like, it's gonna drive me nuts. I can't handle it. Or you can put on a really, I love movie themes kind of music, just full, and I love jazz and swing. So what I like brings me that higher vibration, and what you like might bring you that higher vibration. I love it. Anybody else?
I know deep breathing helps.
You bet. Thank you for sharing. Definitely. Deep breathing is the way to go. Slow you down enough to move forward. Okay, to other people, it may appear you have all the luck in the world. You ever thought that? That person's just lucky and everything's good, and that's why they can be happy all the time and, you know, feel good all the time and appear to be on top of things all the time. Well, I don't know that luck is always the way it is, but energy attracts energy. So when your vibration is high, you are more likely to attract positive, motivating people in your life. So I want to tell you something that happened today. This is an interesting thing to share on this in this group of people, because some people were on here may not be interested in getting the vaccine for COVID. I decided that I needed to do it for my family, so I went and got the first shot today. And so when I was sitting there for the 15 minutes after the shot, they just have to watch you for a few minutes. A lady passed me by, said, "How you doing, young lady?" And she went up to get her prescription, and I thought, she just doesn't know how old I am. I am not a young lady. I am an old lady, and she's probably younger than me because she's just so full of energy, and walked by me and went to get her prescription. And then while she was waiting, she turned around and started talking to me, and she says, "I've been working for 56 years and now I'm retired." And I thought, okay, she's older than me because I'm 58. And she said that she just kept being so sweet. And she was telling the guy, "I've been itching everywhere and I need this and I need that." And anyway, she finished and she turned around to leave. And I said, "May I give you some lavender?" I said, "It'll help with your itching." And I pulled out my little drams that I carry with me and I gave her some lavender. And I was done with my time of sitting there. And so I jumped up to walk out with her, and she just was like this. And I said, "Could I ask your name?" And she said, "My name's B." And I said, "Oh, I get called B sometimes, Grandma B, because I'm the busy bee is what they call me sometimes." And I said, I'm a bee too." And she just took my arm, and she was just the sweetest little lady. And I thought to myself, energy attracts energy. And that's what I thought this morning. And we've got to do that. We've got to raise our energy so that we can attract positivity, which then wants us to do even better and raise our energy even higher. And I want to encourage you to do that. We don't often challenge you when we're in these classes, but I want to challenge you to find something in your life that will raise your vibration. Lee put baseball and being with her kids, her grandkids. That is crazy. Lee is a grandma who her favorite thing is going out on the baseball diamond and watching her grandkids play ball. That is awesome. I just think it's awesome. And that definitely raises her vibration. So we're just about done. And I just wanted to mention a few more oils that can help you. Peppermint reduces feelings of anger, and it helps depression and fatigue and headache and stomach issues. Oregano, John was talking a lot about that tonight at the start. Boost your immune system, powerful antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial. Lemon, energizing and uplifting, can't beat lemon for that. Lavender, therapeutic, calming, reducing anxiety and tension. Tea tree to help antibacterial and skin. Sandalwood, we talked about the high megahertz, very high vibration, used in spiritual healing, strengthening your energy and your aura. And then there's rose, the queen of oils. And I just wanted to end tonight. I wish I could just put this under all of your noses so you could smell it right now. But just use the oils, high vibration. Oh, give yourself that uplift every day and raise your vibration. Find a way to raise it. I know you'll do it. Thanks for coming tonight. You guys are awesome. And next Tuesday night is no Zoom call. If you live in Texas, you get to come to my house and we're going to make nasal inhalers. So you can wear a mask. We just pop in anytime between 7 and 8, pop in for a few minutes, make a nasal inhaler. And we will see you the week after that. And I believe that might be the week John's teaching. Yep. John, do you mind unmuting and tell them what you're teaching about in 2 weeks?
Yeah. So I'm going to be talking about the science. So I'm going to be talking about the scientific basis for why essential oils are better than synthetics. So one of the things that they presented at convention, so doTERRA partners with a lot of scientists, researchers all over the world. And one of I thought the cooler projects that was presented at doTERRA's corporate convention about, I guess, almost 3 years ago now, was some researchers had kind of compared in human cells the effects of the components of the essential oils versus the oils themselves. And not only did they test different, like the essential oils, they tested a couple of different companies' essential oils. And so they were able to both show that the oils work better than the individual components, but also that quality makes a huge difference, right, in having a healthy effect on your body's cells, right? So that's it. You don't have to go to the class now.
Oh,
But
we've got slides and lots of good stuff for you guys to see.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how that got there and how you can then explain that to your friends, right?
So that you can help them use natural oils instead of synthetics too. I love it. So next week, my house, 7 to 8. Week after that, John's class here on Zoom. And thank you all for coming. You're a delight. I hope you got something out of it tonight. Take a gem, improve yourself, up that vibration. Love you all. Stay on for the business meeting. Anybody that wants to stay on for the business meeting for the next 10 minutes. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Shaleen. That was a lovely presentation. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks, Linda. Love you guys. All right. Oh, I got to remember to stop recording.